Support comes from the Alley Burger in North Hollywood, California. From the Alley Studio to Smash Burgers, the Alley Burger is NoHo's next hit. Always free range, barley fed, and humanely raised. It's Shifted Perspective on Sociology of Cars podcast. I'm your host, Shift, a professional test driver and Porsche Driving Instructor. My goal is to guide you on your journey as an enthusiast, making it as easy as possible. My ethos: don't ignite the problem, fuel the solution. For this week's topic, sim racing made me. How many of you remember visiting the arcade as a kid? I have fond memories seeing flashy synchronized booths, each with a steering wheel, pedals, and a screen with a giant name displayed on the top. Most people view these games as unrealistic, as they were very arcade-like. They weren't wrong, as game developers back then hadn't created anything incorporating physics or driving dynamics yet. Racing simulators began to surface around the 90s. Although still primitive, the want for realism was recognized. As gaming consoles started to develop, most of us have probably heard of or played Super Mario Kart, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, or Midnight Club. These are associated as arcade racing games. However, racing simulators such as Gran Turismo, Forza, and Colin McRae Rally separated from the rest. Finally, an era where racing can reach the fingertips of the average person inside of their home. Kazunori Yamachi, the creator of Gran Turismo and previous racing driver, wanted to bring the world its first realistic racing simulator game. He succeeded, as GT is known for their wide selection of cars around the world and many road courses to choose from. This is where my driving knowledge began to take shape. GT incorporates dynamic driving tests that are required to obtain racing licenses to progress in their career mode. The exposure of various vehicles from sports cars, sedans, hot hatches, wagons, and so on seemed to be endless. I spent a mind-blowing amount of seat time lapping tracks in different weather conditions, in different car platforms, front engine, mid-engine, and rear. I dove deep into modifications of suspension, grip levels, weight balance, power upgrades, and so on, exploring all nuances of every possible configuration I could think of. Starting from my childhood, I may have spent thousands upon thousands of hours, all in hopes to maximizing my skill sets for both adaptability and endurance. I must have 1,000,000 miles of sim driving under my belt. The moment I completely bridged the gap from simulation to reality was at my very first track day at Streets of Willow in Rosamond, California. I drove my previous 2005 Nissan 350Z. The night prior, I did some practice laps to refresh my memory on the course, layout, and the car's dynamics. The day of, I had an instructor ride along with me during my session. After the session, he asked me if I had any previous driving experience. After telling him no, he persisted with follow-up questions as if he didn't believe me. Once he discovered my time spent on the simulator, he complimented my driving habits and stated I didn't need any instruction. I realized that day that my hand-eye coordination from the sim transferred to the inputs of the car while on track. I understood then that any knowledge of car configuration I had absorbed could translate to any car in real life. This confirmation led me towards my professional driving career path. Sim driving has the potential to help fine-tune your fundamentals of high-performance driving. The more effort and time spent on honing your skills, the more rewarding the results can be on a real handling course. Gran Turismo is a great all-around simulation with exposure to a plethora of road cars, road courses, and driving conditions. It's suitable for the well-rounded enthusiast as it caters to many interests. The combination of online-offline racing, collecting cars, showroom views, scenic photo shoots, performance and visual modifications, and grip, drift, rally-style driving offers it all. Another sim racing game, iRacing, is one of the best online platforms for wheel-to-wheel racing. It's specifically focused on endurance racing with race cars. Assetto Corsa is another great sim that offers extensive customization of car configuration and road match settings. There are other sims out there, but no matter what you seek, there's something for everyone. As long as you have the desire to learn and have persistence, your driver skill development can be limitless. sim racing culture is being recognized mainstream. Esports has evolved rapidly with sim racing competitions around the world. Companies have implemented sim racing labs into their businesses, such as Porsche Experience Centers, 0 to 60, World of Racing, and so on. Professional racing drivers sim in between races and on their off-season. Not many people have the resources nor the privilege to hire a pro racing driver or practice on a close course. However, the next best thing is having a sim at your home to practice on. Shifted Perspective is produced by Sociology of Everything, supported by the Alley Burger. I'm your host, Shift. Please feel free to reach out to me on social media found in the description, or email me at shift@sociologyofeverything. Don't ignite the problem, fuel the solution. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week.